Hey everyone, I hope all of you are doing amazing and great. Today's session is very important because in this session we are going to talk about how you can select your first and foremost, just stepping into the data industry, how you can select your projects. Okay, it can be a first, second, or third, any number of project, but you need to choose your project wisely. Choosing the project wisely is very important because the same project you need to show in your LinkedIn profile, in your resume, and in your portfolio as well. So in this session we are going to in-depth talk about how you can select your project, okay, and how you can get the data set, what is the process that you all need to follow. First of all, this is Dr. Aditi Gupta, Data and Business Analytics Mentor, CEO and founder of TechTip24. And in today's session, this is a special session demanded by my students itself, and I am uploading this here. Why is it so? Because it will be very beneficial and you will get a lot of resources, the Datasets website, the sample projects, and a lot of amazing thing which will help you a lot in completing your projects further. Okay, so if you are interested in data analytics, data visualization, business intelligence, and if you want to work in the data industry, okay, with any company, it can be an e-commerce company like Myntra, Amazon, Flipkart, okay, Meesho, it can be any automobile company like Mercedes, BMW, Tata Motors, it can be any tech company, even TechTip24, an academy. There's a lot of there can be a pharmaceutical companies as well, like Apollo Pharmacy, PharmaEasy. So what I am trying to saying is that if you are willing to work with any of these companies, okay, then you need to select your project wisely. Let's say if you want to work with a Myntra or Flipkart or Amazon and you are working on a data sets like Tata Motors, Mercedes datasets, HP dataset, Lenovo, Apple datasets, then it will not helpful for you, okay, because if you are going in any industry, so you need to do a relevant project. Nowadays companies are looking for, it's not like that you are a fresher, you are a working professional, accordingly you will get a job with number of experience. Right now what industries are looking forward is like, do you have a business knowledge, do you have the domain knowledge, like in the domain you want to work with. Let's say if you want to work with Myntra or Amazon or Flipkart, then you need to have a proper domain knowledge of the same, which is like very important. And how you will get the domain knowledge? If you do a relevant project. If you will not do a relevant project, how you will get the proper domain knowledge of the same? Okay, so that's why I'm saying, and that's why this particular session is very important, so that you will understand that which project you need to go for, which data sets you need to go for, which industries you need to go for. Okay, because if you will do any project, it will consume a lot of time of yours. Okay, it can consume 5 to 6 days as well. If it is a big project you are doing, it can consume your 1 week, maybe 1 to 2 days if it is a small project. So if you are working on any project, make sure that it makes sense and you can show that particular project in front of the world, in front of recruiters, in front of everyone, those who can help you to get a job in the data analytics industry. Okay, so make sure that you all choose your projects wisely. And let's say you are a fresher, you don't know that which domain you need to choose, which industry you need to choose, you are completely a fresher, you are just a fresh graduate. In that case, you can start working with the e-commerce industry, e-commerce data sets. Let's say you are a working professional, then you can start with the projects on the department you have experiences, you have knowledge in. Let's say you have a very good experience in sales and marketing department. Okay, you have a very good business understanding and business knowledge of the sales and marketing department, then you can go for those projects. Okay, let's say you are coming from a CA background, okay, you are very good with finance, you are very good with accounting, you are very good with numbers, then you can go with some accounting and finance related projects. Okay, let's say you are very good in logistics, supply chain, operations, then you can accordingly go for that. Okay, so in a simple language, what you need to choose as a project is which will help you to grow in your data analytics journey and in your data analytics career. Very, very, very important. Okay, let's say if you want to have a very good package, if you want to work with a very good company, and if your dreams are like, I want to work with a very good profile as well, like team leaders, project managers, chief data officers, analytics officers, if you have this particular goal like good company, good profile and good package, if you have this goal, then you need to do a relevant projects, which is very important. Okay, if you will not do a relevant project, then there will be a problem. Why is it so? Because then all the irrelevant thing you will show in your resume, in your portfolio and in your LinkedIn profile as well, which will not at all make sense. Okay, that's why most of the students come to me and say that, Aditi, I am not getting an interview call, my resume is not shortlisting, the companies are not interesting, I am not getting a proper offer letters, placements, internships even. The reason is very simple, because your goal needs to be clear, your project needs to be very business oriented, then only you will get a good opportunities in future. Okay, so that's why in today's session we are going to discuss about, first of all, which project you need to select. Okay, and from where you will get a data sets. Let's say I hope you understand that which industry you need to select. You need to select the project industry, you need to select the project accordingly you are interested in. Okay, let's say you are interested in sales, marketing, HR, finance departments, so accordingly select the data set. Okay, let's say you are interested in an e-commerce industry, automobile industry, pharmaceutical industry, edtech industry, technical industry, then accordingly choose a data set and a project for yourself. Okay, so the first step towards completing your project as a fresher or as a working professional is selecting the industry. Okay, selecting the data set, selecting the what's your goals, what's your dreams, what is your dream company. Let's say your dream company is working with Apple, your dream company is working with Amazon or Flipkart or Deloitte, TCS, KPMG. So accordingly you need to select your projects and the data sets. Okay, so I hope it's clear that if you are having a background of sales, marketing, HR, billing, finance, so accordingly select your project, because your past experience also needs to be counted. If you are a working professional, then I never suggest to my students to start as a fresher. If you are already a working professional, if you already have a 2 to 3 years of experience, even in the internship as well, you need to count everything. You need to count your experience, you need to count your projects, you need to count your internships. Everything needs to be counted. If you have a little bit of experience as well, it needs to be counted. You don't need to start as a fresher. Okay, so accordingly choose the industry you are interested in or you have past experience in. First of all, as soon as you selected that, okay, I want to go with the e-commerce, or I want to go with the pharma, or I want to go with the automobile, accordingly you need to select the data set then. Okay, so I will show you that how you can select the data sets, which websites can help you to select the data sets as well. Okay, so I am going to share a PDF with you all. Just give me a minute, and here I am going to share my screen. Recording in progress. So you see that in this particular PDF, we are going to have a lot of data sets, which is, this is a PDF where websites to find data sets for making project. This is a very personalized PDF that I have created for each and every one of you. Okay, here you will get a general data repositories and search engines. Like these are all the general websites to get a data sets, like Google Dataset Search, Kaggle, DataGov, Data Hub, and so on. Okay, and there are multiple more websites. Let's say you are from finance department, economics, then these will be the websites which will help you to get a data sets for free. Okay, understand one thing, guys. First of all, you need to get a very interesting data set. Okay, the more good your data is, the more very good will be the project for sure. Good data is directly proportional to the very good project. Okay, so the more good data set you have, the more good project you are going to create. Okay, So these are the data sets related to finance and economics. These are for healthcare and medical. These are for e-commerce and retail. These are for social media and text analysis. These are for environmental and climate, sports analytics, education, transportation and logistics, demographics, and so on. Okay, so I am going to share this PDF with all of you. Don't worry about it. The PDF link I am going to put in the description, and you will gonna get it for sure. Okay, so you just need to understand that these all are the main websites using which you can get a data sets. Like I will show you this website, which is a dataset search.research.google.com. So this is a Google website specially for the dataset research, specially for that. Okay, like we have a normal Google search engine where we search anything, but here this is a search engine specially for the datasets. Let's say I want the Amazon sales dataset. Okay, Amazon Prime sales dataset. So you will get multiple websites using which you can get a datasets, and you can directly download the datasets from these websites. Okay, now we have one more website, which is Kaggle. Kaggle is like one of my favorite website, and I think all the person or students favorite websites, because here you will get a lot of datasets to work with. So here in this particular website, you just search anything. Let's say I want a dataset related to the Indian cricket. Okay, so I will just try it. Indian cricket dataset. Let me hit enter. So you will get a lot of data sets in here, like Indian cricket dataset and IPL players clusters, Virat Kohli's century dataset, and a lot of things. So Indian cricket dataset, I can use a year as well, like 2025 maybe. You see, so Indian Premier League, like IPL data set from 2008 to 2025. So we have this particular data set as well, and it just published recently, and multiple more data sets we have. ICC Women's Cricket World Cup 2025 data. Okay, so in this particular website you will get a lot of data sets, and you can directly download it from the website itself. Okay, so you will get a lot of options to download the data sets. See, we have a option of proper data sets. Okay, and we have a proper categories as well, like all data sets, computer science data, education, classification, computer vision, and so on. So this is also one of the very good websites to get a data sets absolutely for free. Then we have data.gov. This is also one of the very good website using which you can get amazing data sets as per your interest. Okay, then we have a data world. Okay, this is also very good website, because if you have a data in your hand, then at that time itself you can start creating your project. If you don't have a data, then there will be issues for sure. Okay, and I will tell you more, like GitHub, AWS, and Open. Okay, so these are the websites which will help you to get an amazing data sets absolutely for free. Okay, also one more thing guys, if you can't able to get your favorite data in these websites, then you can create your own data set using the ChatGPT as well. Okay, so I will show you that how you can create a data set using the ChatGPT. Okay, so let me open the portal in here, because I know most of the time we are not getting the proper data sets we are looking for. Okay, we need a lot of customizations in data. We want to add this particular column, this particular row. So if you want to customize your data as per your understanding, as per your project needs, we can do that, and we can create our own data set using the ChatGPT as well. Okay, so let's say I am in the ChatGPT portal as of now, and I am going to write a command or write a prompt, which is, let's say I just write I am doing a project on e-commerce. Okay, where I want to find the sales as per country, as per state, as per maybe the quantity sold. Okay, so in short, I want to do in-depth e-commerce sales analysis. Okay, I want proper data set for the same. Okay, and we can write that I want maybe 7 to 8 number of columns in the data set, and I want at least 100, okay, 100 to 200 number of rows. Okay, so this is a command we can give. So give me the data set, give me the data set in Excel, okay, and or in CSV. Let me just give the command. Okay, so accordingly we are going to get this particular data set, and we can directly import this particular data in the Power BI. Okay, so it is giving me some more commands in here. Okay, so it is just giving me the proper CSV dataset file. I can copy it and I can use it directly in the Excel. You see that this is a dataset, but what I want is just send me direct Excel file, okay, which I can use. Okay, so it is just working on this. So yeah, see, it is showing me that do you want the Excel file, do you want the bigger data set, or do you want both? I just want the Excel file. That's it. Okay, so you can give a proper command. These are the number of rows I want to use. These are the number of columns. So definitely this will be very beneficial for you guys, right? So you see that it is analyzing. That means it is giving me the proper Excel file now. Okay. Okay, see, this is the Excel file, and now we can directly download it. This is an e-commerce sales data set. Okay, so now we have this particular data. Let me download it. I can simply download it, and here you see that the data set is successfully downloaded. Let me open the data set and let me show it to you. So here we go. See, this is a data set we have, which is we have a customer segment, we have the sales amount, we have the quantity sold, we have the product category, we have the state, we have the country, we have the order date, and we have the order ID. Okay, so automatically this data set created how many columns we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 number of columns we have in this particular data set. And if I see, we have 151 number of rows, and we can increase it. If you want, we can increase these number of rows as well. Okay, so you see that that's how we can create our own data set. What more we want? Okay, we don't need to use any other websites as well. Now we can get our own data set. We can create it using the ChatGPT itself. Okay, so that's the best thing. If you want this data set, and if you want the prompt, let's say Aditi, I want the prompt as well. So if you want this data set, and if you want the prompt which I used to get this data in the ChatGPT, I am going to share it with you. Okay, so that's how you can get the data set. This is very, very, very important, because here you can do a lot of customization. Let's say if you want to add on more number of rows, you can give a command. Let's say if you want to add on more number of columns, you can give a command. Okay, so you can get a very good data set to complete a very good project. Okay, so as soon as you get a very good Excel file, then you can upload it in the BI tools. You can use any tool to create your project. Excel, Power BI, Tableau, Looker, any tool you can use. You have a data now. Import it in the tool and create your visuals, create dashboards, create reports. And once you create a report, make a presentation out of it. And if you make a presentation, then you can show it in front of the recruiters in the interviews. Okay, because understand one thing, guys, everything is practical in the data industry. Nothing is theoretical. Everything is practical in the data industry. So whatever the projects you will do, you need to explain it in front of recruiters. Not only just explain it, you need to tell clearly that these are the challenges I have faced while creating this project. These are the things I have learned. These are the insights from the project. Okay, so everything you need to discuss. So make sure if you are doing a project, please don't do it just for a formality, just to show it in your resume or portfolio or in your LinkedIn profile. Don't do it just for formality. do it for learning. Okay, if you will gonna do it for learning, then you will get a very good opportunities out of it, because in the interviews they will ask you the questions from the projects that you did. Okay, they will ask you what are the challenges you have faced, what are the things you have learned, what are the insights we can get from the dashboard that you have created, from the visualizations that you have created. So that's what I say to all my students, that don't cheat anything. Okay, if anyone is doing this project, don't do the same project. If anyone is doing this or using that particular data set, don't use the same data set. Okay, now we have a ChatGPT, you can create your own data set, select your industry, select rows, select columns, just made your mind that okay, this is the data set I want, okay, this type of data set I want for my project. The same command, give it to the ChatGPT, you will get the data set, and accordingly you can do a project. Okay, so this is a very good and initial guide for all of you, that how you can create your first project. You need to first of all select the industry, get a data set, or create your own data. Okay, after selecting the industry, having a data set, and upload it on your BI tools, do a project. Once you create your dashboard and reports, make a presentation out of it. Okay, and clearly write in the presentation that while doing this project, these are the challenges I have faced, these are the things I have learned, and these are the insights. Okay, so this is a complete roadmap that you need to follow if you are doing any project. Okay, I am repeating this again. First of all, select the industry, get a data set, create your report, create a presentation, and show the same project in your LinkedIn profile, in your resume, and in your portfolio as well. One project will leads to these much steps. Okay, so make sure that you choose your industry and the data set wisely, that I am saying it again and again and again, because your project is totally, your interview or your interview calls, your resume selection, your company selection, the package that you are going to get, the profile you are going to get in the company is totally depend on the level of project that you are going to do. Okay, so I wish you all the best for your next project, and if you still have any issues, any queries, you can get back to me anytime. I will share my personal Tech Tip 24's official numbers, email IDs, and you can write in the comments as well what are the more videos you want from my end, and I am looking forward to see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye, have fun, please take care.